I found out the entire history of the Federal Reserve System, which is the greatest swindle ever known in history, where a group of private bankers conspired criminally to take over the money and credit of the United States, which they did in 1913, and they passed the Federal Reserve Plan through the Democratic Party in Washington, D.C., and it became a law of Congress. And this law handed over to this private bank all of the money and credit of the United States, which was a pretty good day's work. And they've kept it ever since, because they set it up as a monopoly so that the stock of the Federal Reserve banks could never be traded publicly. It could only be handed down in a family. And John D. Rockefeller was one of the biggest holders, and he had his stock placed under the Rockefeller Foundation, so it could never be bought or sold.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
There's a need for a new world order. Someday, in the next few years, a solution will emerge.
Evil contains the seed of its own destruction. It's like in the Soviet Union. Their leadership were into deception, and that filtered down to the common people to the point that let's say you were a policeman, that you might be in on the case, you know. So society starts collapsing, and the evil system collapses in on itself when nobody trusts each other any longer. Because the foundation of human communication is trust. And we're having that foundation seriously undermined in this country. For the system to continue, there has to be some level of trust. And as that trust is destroyed, society is going to increasingly have more problems.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
New York City, the Empire State. Ever think about that? Empire State? The Empire State Building? The elite's golden jewel that they gladly sacrifice with acts of false flag terror, and probably will again, as they've done numerous times in the past. all the insurance companies, it's real interesting, all the insurance companies here, Alliance, Rothschild, and then I just saw a huge building with an Illuminati pyramid at the top. I'm gonna get a shot of that. I lived in New York for 38 years and never noticed any of this stuff, interestingly enough. Very, very, very interesting. So we will see this building. Okay, there is the Illuminati building next to the Alliance building. Nice. Big Brother is watching. Don't forget, everybody, Big Brother is watching. Incredible. How many cameras I've seen? I'm just gonna keep filming them. If you see something, say something. Remember, be afraid, be very afraid of your neighbor. Amazing. That's where the Twin Towers once stood. Of course, it's no longer there because of the criminal cartel that's hijacked our government and sent us to Iraq and Afghanistan on lies and deceit, bringing in a world government that will destroy the sovereignty of... what about the people that destroyed the World Trade Center down East River that way? Obviously, you can't really make it out because it's gone, ladies and gentlemen. It was there once, no longer. But you can make out the Citicorp building, Rockefeller's little jewel in Long Island City. Death to the New World Order. Oh, White Castle. How could I not take a shot of White Castle? I find this interesting. This building up here with the pyramid on it is the Islamic Institute of New York, with the Illuminati pyramid at the top. How interesting is that? Rahman in Elmhurst. Amazing. Haven't been here in such a long time. This is where Richie used to live. My cousin who passed away from cancer at an early age and didn't smoke, didn't drink excessively at all. Yet, of course, he got cancer too. Even though... Oh, man, just sickening. It's absolutely sickening. But here we are, the old stomping grounds. It's funny, looks the same. I mean, I lived in Bayside, but Queens was my, I've been everywhere in Queens. It's funny how I've been here for 7 years living in Connecticut, and